So welcome, and I'm really happy to be invited here. I have seen already today very interesting things coming from an engineering side, coming from the automotive background. It's always interesting for me. I'm here from SGS Brightsight. I'm sitting in Graz at the Digital Trust Service Cyberlab. Been here a bit over 2.5 years now, and mainly responsible for automotive systems and automotive system security. And I will go through some slides of the company and also present what topics are we covering in the automotive world regarding cybersecurity. So first of all, SGS Brightsight, maybe you have heard of them. Brightsight are more on the low level evaluation of systems, security evaluations coming from the common criteria, and they were merged with the cybersecurity part of SGS last year. So SGS has the ambition to grow in the cybersecurity sector, and that's why they bought Brightsight 2 years ago. We have in all over the world 7 locations. Currently, there is a lab being built up in North America, or there are currently plans on. There's still a bit of a discussion of the exact location. Our headquarters is in Delft, and other locations in Europe are in Austria, Spain, and in France. And we also have two cyber labs in Asia, especially working there in the automotive sector with some suppliers for also European OEMs, but sometimes you have issues with getting beta versions of ECUs or development versions out of China or other countries there. So we also have labs distributed in other countries. We all know more and more things get connected, especially also in the automotive world. We see the communication between the vehicles coming up. We see the vehicle to infrastructure communication, vehicles receiving features over the internet, having checks if the driver is registered at the OEM's platform, so he is allowed to use the seat heating or for whatever pay to drive you have now as a feature from certain OEMs. So the connections are becoming more and more, but with that comes more and more dangers regarding cybersecurity incidents, regarding attackers which could or maybe already did overtake cars in the past. And therefore, a certain trust has to be established, and OEMs are requiring suppliers to show cybersecurity in their products. And this is also supported by certifications now. We have the automotive standard for cybersecurity, which came out a few years ago, 21434, and also the UNECE, which is taking care of the requirements for vehicle types, are forcing or are establishing requirements for OEMs for vehicle types regarding cybersecurity. And we are therefore working together with suppliers in the automotive world and also with OEMs to support them in their cybersecurity, or to fulfill their cybersecurity requirements. In that regard, we are working on currently 3 fields. We have certain pre-evaluation tasks with enrolling, doing trainings, doing workshops, supporting developers to get documentation, to get staff educated for cybersecurity in the automotive world, so that they can produce documents or establish a development lifecycle which is fulfilling the requirements of the standard. Then we are working together here with FuSa in Germany for the approval process, where we support the FuSa in Germany with technical expertise, with evaluation of vehicle types, to give input to them as the Cyberlab, which does the evaluation, and they can use the evaluation outcome in the type approval process for vehicles then. So that's basically where we are working. Also here on the last slide, I have some details on the different steps we are working on. My main focus of work is certainly in the penetration testing for tier one and tier one suppliers mainly, and also for OEMs to establish cybersecurity testing or conduct the testing on vehicle system or ECU level. So this is what we are doing here in Graz in a very short introduction. If there are any questions, feel free to send me an email. I think we will include it in the handout, which Helmut will send out later. And yeah, feel free to ask if there is anything. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to meet you again